So Sherry and I had an opportunity to visit Normandy this past year. And I've always wanted to go to Normandy, but never had the opportunity. How many people have been to Normandy? So I think those of you who have been, I think you'll understand this story. You go to Normandy and you walk Omaha Beach and you are struck with the unbelievable level of bravery and valor and sacrifice of extraordinary people who gave their lives for freedom and saved the world. And then you go to the cemetery and you walk through 9,300 headstones and you are just in awe of that generation. And as we were leaving Normandy and we're in the parking lot, a car pulled up next to us and we heard American voices. And I got out of the car and it was a young couple from Baltimore, Maryland. She was a nurse and he was a lawyer. And I simply said, what brought you to Normandy today? And she didn't miss a beat, not a beat. And she said, we came to Normandy to be reminded of who we once were. And it was like a spear that went through my heart, that this young couple had to go to Normandy to find who we once were. You can almost cry hearing that. And I know in my heart who we are. I know who we can be. And I had a second situation in Normandy. About an hour before that, I'm walking through the cemetery and we kind of split up and I'm by myself, and about 100 yards away is somebody on his hands and knees, and I can see he's in a uniform. And I walk towards him, I get really close, and I'm like 5 yards away and he's on his knees. And I get to him and he's got a hand scrub brush and he's scrubbing the headstone. And I look at him, I realize he's an employee of the American Cemetery, but he's French. I kneel down next to him, and I say, just thank you for what you're doing. And he stands up, not a word of English, and he says, thank you to me. The respect that he was showing on his knees, scrubbing the headstone of Americans who had fallen, who had sacrificed so much. That Normandy experience is what I'm carrying with me. And that's why I've made the statement of what I'm considering doing. Because of my love of the country and my personal responsibility that no one should have to go to Normandy to find who we are. I know who we are, and we could be so much better. With regard to your question, Sherry and I and our kids will huddle and try and figure this thing out over the next 3 months. It takes a tremendous amount of sacrifice from our family. And then I will see.
Is everybody all in? Some of them are here.
They're all here. Yeah. You got to be careful with that question. It depends how well we do tonight. And then I think we will see over the next 3 months if we can ignite a national movement for a better choice.